Well, Brent, we're up here at the start of the second stage. Rockside, I think you get the pronunciation. It's a 202-kilometer stage, and right here we are in the paddocks.
Got the first open road stage of the Tour de France. The TT bikes are put away, and now we're seeing all the road bikes pulled out. Sun's back out, the crowds are massive, and the energy's super high. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of time for just having a good time and getting your hair cut and hanging out with the help. It's business as usual now. There's a lot to be played for in these opening stages, and there's a lot of focus in those buses.
And Brent, we're coming up here to Team Movistar, of course, with Matteo Jorgensen in his first tour. Just what does this mean with all the bikes lined up? Of course, the numbers, we're all familiar with that.
Yeah, these bikes are looking sharp. They're a fresh coat of paint for the Tour de France. We got basically the aerodynamic set out today for these fast stages in Copenhagen. We got some deep-dish wheels. We have the aerodynamic frames, pretty tight cog set in the rear, some big chain rings. Yeah, these are road bikes, but these are fast speed machines for the flatlands.
And as a rider, does it help when you come out, all the bikes are in order? Is it easy to spot your bike?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know immediately from the saddle you're riding. You can see, like, I think we have 8 bikes here. There's almost 8 different saddles. And you're just so used to finding your bike, it almost calls to you. But yeah, I think as a pro, you kind of take this for granted. You know, these bikes are so polished, they're so fine-tuned, the bearings are rolling super fast, and you throw your leg over that thing and it just sort of like glides away. And yeah, it might not feel so effortless by stage 20, but in these early stages, it feels so fast.
This is the bus of Mathieu van der Poel, superstar. Right over here we get the guys, they're setting up the cameras that we see, the live action cameras on each rider's bike. It's organized by the race organization, and then they get the cameras on the bike and then back off the bike before and after each stage. And Brent, you were talking about in this lineup of bikes, obviously you see the red one is Mathieu van der Poel's bike, but you pointed out these, what are these flaps coming off the back of the saddles here?
Yeah, it's basically, this is the data tracker. This is pulling all sorts of, position, live position, and other data that will be shown live display on the TV. So it used to be that you sort of had to convince the teams and riders to implement these into their setups, and now it's just standard. Every rider in the tour has one, and all the fans have access to all that info.
We were in Copenhagen yesterday. It was famous, fantastic to watch. We love it.
De Koenig Alpha Vinyl. This is the team of the leader, Yves Lampaert. He won the stage yesterday, Brent. Look at that yellow touch on his bike.
Yeah, I got a couple yellow touches on that bike. No full yellow bike. They probably weren't expecting or banking on that yellow jersey coming into stage 2. But yeah, as a rider, it's really nice. Roll out of the bus and see a little unique, special love to commemorate your first day in yellow.
Yeah, he's got a little touch of the yellow bar tape, a little touch of the bottle cage. Some of the star riders, I mean, Wout van Aert or Mathieu van der Poel, they would have had, the team mechanics would have had some yellow bikes off to the side and hiding in case they had the yellow jersey, I'm sure.
Yeah, in some ways, it's not a bad thing not to have that bike. This bike, Lampert's for sure, he's been riding it the days leading up to the tour. He's super comfortable on it. Even though those yellow bikes are the same bike, the same model, same size, same fit, it is going to feel a little different. So there's already a lot of stress on Lampaert. He's wearing that yellow jersey. He's going to have all this media attention. It's his big day to go out there and showcase that. Just having his own known bike as a known quantity, it will be a relief.
So Brent, already what we're seeing, we got Wout van Aert there with his wife, with his baby, and he's got a special green bike already with the bar tape and the green colors on it.
Yeah, a really precious moment here. I mean, usually the Tour de France, you're stuck with your team. It's all business, no fun, no love. But yeah, Wout here has his family here, and yeah, what an inspiration and little comforting touch from home as he sets off on the open road stages of the tour. So it's not just the riders and the bikes that are getting ready and keying up and staging before stage 2 here. It's the team cars, it's the vehicles, the sort of mobile support wagons behind the race, behind the riders. And these are really the riders' lifelines and service for everything they need during the stage. We got the bikes on top, mechanic in the back, director in the front with a full data center, iPad screens, race radio, everything that these guys need to know, everything they need during the next 200 kilometers of today's stage will come out of these cars. And it's a lot of work getting these things ready too. So finishing touches just being dialed in, put on, and ready for a big day out. All right, stage 2 of the Tour de France, when the tour really begins. We're here in Denmark, ready to go.